What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and today we're going to be doing my goals check-in for quarter 3. Hello my darlings, so welcome to this video. I'll leave my goals video linked down below, but today we're just going to be checking in and seeing how I'm going with my goals that I've set. I do set a large amount of goals, none of which seem to work in tandem, but we're here, we're doing the thing, and it's fine. It's all fine. I am very chill with not hitting these goals. It is totally fine. They are just ways to guide my reading, and I definitely have been prioritizing some more than others this year, which is totally fine by me. But like I said, I'll leave my previous check-ins as well as the actual goals video so you can see. I have done some amendments throughout this year, just making it harder on myself because I do that. We're just gonna talk through what goals I have and where I'm currently up to with them. My first one is always my Goodreads goal, which I set at 52, and I well exceeded this. I think at my mid-year check-in I had read 80 books. I've now read 129, so well surpassed that. We're probably gonna hit the 150, maybe. If I go for bigger books, I might not hit the 150, but I might still hit the 150 depending on the size of my TBRs and things like that. And a subsection to that is my pages goal of 50,000 pages, and I'm sitting at 43,574. So I'm at 87% complete for that. Fingers crossed I'll be able to continue with that momentum and read more pages. The second section was my series, and so we changed it from 20 to 23 because I hate myself. I have currently finished 12 series and I'm caught up on 5. So that puts me at 17 out of 23, which is 73% of the goal. So we're getting there. We're actually potentially getting there. And I am so surprised. I'm feeling pretty good about that, and I'm curious to see how this ends up playing out. I do have next books on series on my TBR for October, so I'm very curious to see what this number ends up being by the end of the year. One of the subsections was making progress on my 2017 and before series started because I sort mine by date. I've sort of let this fall by the wayside because I would be required to get books out from the library, and basically I just want to finish off The Beautiful Dead, so reading Summer and Phoenix, finishing off that series so it's no longer haunting me. It's from my 2000s list, so I'm happy just for that one to be finalized so then it's not sitting there. And I did purchase the book, so that helps towards my 2023 book haul. That's the main one. Anything else I'm happy to leave by the wayside and just read the series that I want to finish and prioritize the ones that I already own and then purchase the next one after that as I read them through. I did start 8 series in the last quarter. 1 is already completed and 1 is caught up to date for the remainder of this year, so that is in my caught up section. But yeah, 6. I've added 6 ongoing ones in this quarter alone. I don't have a problem at all, it's fine. Next year I am looking at potentially doing not starting more series than I finish, so that's going to be interesting. Then for my third goal is my big book, so usually I aim for 1 a month, but preferably reading 2 a month. I've currently read 24, which was my high-end goal. It's done. I still have some fucking chonkies on October's TBR and still plan to get to some chonky monkeys by the end of the year, but I'm feeling really good, and the books that are over 500 pages left on my physical shelves are significantly smaller in number. I have unhauled a lot of them because I just wasn't interested in them, and I've been reading them. So this jar I do need to go through eventually and take out the ones that I've unhauled or already read. So super proud. That goal is a big check and done and dusted. Then my favorite goal every year, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it for next year, is my Bookish Friends Advent Challenge. My goal is to get a bingo and to either read the book or have done the thing from every person. It doesn't have to be both, but because I'm a completionist, I'll end up going for both anyway. So I have made progress, and Jacqueline, I'm so sorry. In this quarter, I finished both of Crystal's, which is amazing. I've read both Liv's and Amy's books, so they're 100% done. And I've done Erin's challenge, which got me a bingo, and Jem's challenge. So I just have those books remaining for them. So I've ticked off my bingo side of things, which I'm thrilled at. And once I finish Jacqueline's book, which I'm currently reading at the time of filming this on the 2nd of October, I will have finished off the goal of having read or done the thing for every person, which, so I'm there, I'm getting there. And then I still have 4 books remaining for my peeps. So I've got Kaz, Erin's, Ash's, and Jem's books to go, but I have plans to get to 3 out of those 4 in October, and hopefully we'll be able to get to Erin's either in November or December because it's one of the ones that I'm most interested in reading. And then I have Jacqueline Meredith's and Charlotte's challenges, which are ones that I have definitely found the hardest. So it's very interesting seeing that, and I think it's doable to get their challenges, but I'm also just like, oh, we shall see. I've done 16 out of the 24 things, which I'm super happy with. And then the 5th goal was to finish my rainbow shelf, and I sort of forgot that the goal was to finish it. Fuck. I've read 5 out of the 11 remaining books that I needed to read. Haven't made any progress on it this quarter. Not a single bit. So that's great. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Half of me wants to just persevere and try and fit these 6 books on where I can in the next 3 months. I don't have plans for any of them in October though, so it would be 3 in November and 3 in December if my brain would allow me to do that. I think mentally, if I could read the continuations in series, which is 4 out of the 6, not start the Kiss Quotient or Emmy and Oliver, which is the standalone, then I think I'd be happy with that, because then I'm finishing off or continuing on with the series, not starting a new one and not reading a standalone. So we'll see. I'll let you know at the end of the year what actually ended up happening with that. Yeah, I make some choices. I totally didn't forget that that was the thing. Yay me, look at me go remembering shit. The only reason I'm not pumped to start the Kiss Quotient series is because I don't own the next ones, and I don't really feel any drive to pick up the series, to start it and continue on with it. So I'm happy to accrue them if I like the first one. More than happy to buy the next one, read the next one, but I don't have any plans to do it. So that's where my hesitation lies, whereas the continuations in series, I'm always happy to read those. On the Come Up is not, I've just realized 3 of them are continuations in series, but there are 2 standalones and 1 first in series, because On the Come Up is not a continuation to The Hate You Give. I was thinking it was Concrete Rose. Whoops. My 2 yellows, On the Come Up and Emmy and Oliver, are both standalones, and so I'm like, I'd rather continue with series at the moment, but we'll see what ends up happening. If I can do the 3 continuations in series, I'll be happy. And then my book hauls. So my book haul revisited is to keep on top of those, and I've managed to stay on top of it. So for this last quarter, I did manage to read the book for July and August, and then there was only 1, so I did a giveaway for September because I just needed to read the book, and I did. So I've stayed on top with that. So we have 2 remaining in July, 2 remaining in August, and September's completely done. Also October's completely done, so there was a giveaway running for that one as well, and I'm just having a grand old time with this. There are still 18 books from my 2020 book haul for both the past months and upcoming. I don't think I'm gonna get this down by the end of the year, but my goal was to read 15 books from my 2020 list, and I have accomplished that. So I'm super happy with that. I am still just chipping away, making the progress, but I feel like this has been such a big shift, and it's been so nice. So I've definitely managed to cull a lot and just get it to a place that I'm super happy with. Like, I have 18 books left, that's it. So good. So for my book haul 2020 to 2022, I wanted to read 52, 15 from 2020, which as I said, I've done, 15 from my 2021, and I've currently read 13. And then for 2022, I wanted to read 22, and I have read those. I've got 2 books to read from 2021, and this goal is 100% complete. So I am super proud. Then for my book buying, I wanted to keep it under $100 a month and have, well, I've spent $327.50 this year. So I'm well under that goal and thrilled. I then had the add 1 book I needed to read 2 off my physical TBR, and at the moment 90 are off my shelves that I've read, so I could acquire 45 unread books. I've acquired 30, so I'm sticking to it. I've like surpassed and I don't know how this is going to go for the last quarter of the year because there are so many books that I want to get my hands on and they're not ones that I've already read, so we shall see. But at the moment, I'm very happy with where we're at. Then the next subsection was to have a 50% read to unread for books that I've hauled in 2023. And at the mid-year check-in, the existential crisis that I had, realizing this was very entertaining. I might actually get this done. I'm at 41% read, so I think I need to read 4 more or 5 more books off and not acquire any more at the moment that are unread, so I might hit this. It really just depends on how this last bit goes and what I choose and where I choose to read from. But I'm currently happy with where it's sitting and very, very surprised because I think it was at 29% at the last check-in. So I'm proud of myself for that. Also, I've acquired so much less than last year. I've acquired 51 books and 21 read, 30 unread. And this time last year, I'd already acquired 121. So, feeling very good. And the final subsection to my book buying was I wanted to add $1 to a jar for every 100 pages I read off my physical shelves. And I've read 36,403 pages off my TBR, which is $364. That is more read off my shelves in terms of pages than I've actually spent. And I'm shook, I'm shook. This wasn't, the goal was not to have that parallel, but the fact that I've done it is mind-boggling to me. I don't think I can keep this up. I might be able to, but I don't know. I don't know. I could have realized that because I want to read 50,000 pages, which is $500. We'll see. We'll see how this ends up. But I'm just a very excited little bean at the fact that I've achieved this non-intentional goal. And I'm not making it a goal, I'm just gonna see how the rest of the year plays out. Then my May of 2021 extended was needing to read Uncommon Type and Boy Erased. I read Uncommon Type in February, Boy Erased is still on my shelves. And it managed to survive another massive cull. So I need to get my ass into gear and put this on a fucking TBR because blah. If I do fucking read this book, I know that it's going to be heartfelt and it's not going to be a bad book. I just can't get myself. So we shall see. And then finally for my reading goals, my scratch map, I did complete this earlier in the year. I think I ticked off 2 or 3. Haven't read any more off that scratcher map since though, and I don't really mind. In terms of my community activities, I have Bookstar, which I'm on track for. We've got 1 book in October and then that's it for the year. My Buzzwordathon, I am on track and have completed it in the month that it was designated to, even though I didn't have to. I just decided that I've managed to maintain that, so let's keep it going. TBR knockout, reading these off my shelves, aside from the one from the last quarter where it was a digital copy, I have read completely off my shelves for this quarter. I did swap September and October so it fit better for my reading, but have stayed on track with that swap. For Gerbertathon, I'm finally an adult sim. I got a bit overwhelmed and then I've let this fall by the wayside. There are 3 needs remaining, and I know that if I was to go back and backtrack what I've read, I would be able to fill off a lot of wants, and the skills I have kept relatively up to date. I've completed the cooking, body and creativity skills. I've added 3 mechanical and 1 logic, which are the hardest skills for me to gain because they're non-fiction and translated. So I am impressed that I've managed to add 4 under those buckets, and I feel like I'm going to progress fine to Elder. I just have 3 more needs that I need to focus on, and they're just prompts that I don't go to off. Or I had a book assigned and then didn't end up reading it when I thought I was going to. So now, yay. Read Your Bookshelf by Chantel Reads All Day. I'm on track with that. And then the Aurelium Adventure, I'm on track for that. And I'm curious for where I'm gonna lean. I think I'm going to be able to shift into a Phoenix. I just need to make sure that I can actually read the things that I need to in those months. And then finally, I've got my channel goals. So basically just being involved with my subscribers, and I definitely am feeling happy with this and back on my bullshit with my lives and feeling so good about it. I love my setup. I love that I can edit and be live and be able to talk to people and just have a grand old time, as well as my book all revisited and things like that. So anything you want me to do, just let me know. Battery died. But the next goal was working on collaborations and Pick-Pongathon, Sufferathon, the Amazing Readathon. I think I've done well in being involved with things. And I'm going gonna chill the fuck out for October through to December. I need to breathe, have a bit of time to chill. I will obviously be asking people to do the bookish challenge again for next year, so I still will have collaborations with that, and happy to do any Christmas videos people want to have me involved in, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I've done a lot of doing the things in the last quarter. I'm happy to take a nap. But we'll be back on my bullshit probably around November once I've had October just to recoup. Video ideas, I think I've done vlogs for Suffer-a-thon and had a good time with those, but I'm happy to chill for the moment and just go into my stats and that sort of stuff. I've got a few challenges that I would like to now refilm because they were filmed before this, and yeah, so I was saving that footage to use later on, and then I cut my hair. So I know people will be fine and wouldn't give a shit me being like, yeah, I pre-filmed this like months ago, so here you go. I can also just refilm them because they would tag videos, so it's okay. I do feel that I'm struggling with unique video ideas, and I'm definitely appreciating the fact that I have such wonderful friends that I can be like, hello, please give me ideas for chaos because my brain is refusing to think of any. But that's where I'm at for that. So if there are anything you would like to see, feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to just see what we get up to. And I'm also happy stepping back and just posting when I feel like posting and if I have something to post, because I do have my videos all scheduled out for my staples. So my book haul revisited, my haul and wrap up, and then my TBR and readathon video. And so it's basically filling in the gaps. And if I don't have anything to fill in the gaps, okay. So yeah, I've definitely been able to chill the fuck out for my posting schedule in the past couple of months, and I'm really happy with that because I do have a life. I am trying to read a fuck ton of books, and I have things that I need to do. So being able to get into a place of peace with not posting twice a week if I just don't have the time or spoons or ideas, that's fine. So I'm really happy that I've come to that place, but I'm also happy to have a pile of ideas to work on. So I think next year is going to be a little less structured in terms of allocated books and buddy reads, because I feel like I've let people down in that capacity. I'm so sorry to my buddy readers. I feel like I've been a piece of shit in that regard. I think I didn't realize just how much I was going gung-ho when I put out the books I'd like to buddy read video. And I have had fun with reading them, but that was a lot. That took a lot of juice, and just everything did not work for some of those buddy reads. So my sincerest apologies on that regard. So I think I'm gonna just chill on those next year. If there is something you would like to read with me when I have my shit together, feel free to let me know. But you will not be seeing a books I'd like to buddy read next year video, or I'll keep it to 5. 5 is a manageable number. 26 is not. So I think coming to that place of happiness is definitely where I was trying to go, and I will be bringing back Cluedo, but I'm going to do it in a way, basically I'm going to do it bi-monthly, so then I'm trying to figure out the structure of how many rolls I do. I'm thinking maybe like 6, so then it's 3 per month, but then I also want to be doing vlogs and other actual video ideas and concepts that I've never been able to do because my reading and my goals didn't align to it. So that's what I'm thinking for the next 3 months, and thinking on what goals I actually want to have next year and how rigid I want to be with them. I think I'm definitely going to keep book haul stuff, but I got to figure out where I want to lie with everything else. Just a little ramble at the end to sort of be like, I'm so sorry, but also I feel like I've accomplished a lot, but there are aspects that I know that I've slacked on. So my apologies for that, but I hope you can forgive me and give me some ideas for videos, goals, what you'd like to see. So any thoughts you want to provide, feel free to let me know down in the comments, and let me know, how are you going for this year? Are you happy with your reading? Have you been reading some good shit? I hope you have. I definitely have read some interesting things, but also a lot of good things this year, which I feel a lot happier with my reading for the past quarter than I had for the first half of the year. So happy with that. And yeah, let me know anything you want to let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!